As you know, Earth is the only planet we currently inhabit. Based on scientists' years and years of data collection and their observations, we know that Earth's lifespan isn't infinite. It has become apparent that we will soon have to seek out an alternate place to colonize in the near future. Scientists have already figured out that the Moon and Mars are not sustainable for human life. The Moon is extremely cold at night, and then it turns boiling hot during the day. Mars is even colder though. You wouldn't even be able to go outside without a spacesuit. Also, people raised under these low gravity conditions of the Moon and Mars would not be able to visit Earth because their bones and muscles would not be able to support them under the Earth's gravity. It would take way too long to try and go to a planet past Mars, as it already takes a month-long rocket trip to get to Mars. It would seem as if there was no place sustainable enough for human life to colonize, but some scientists have provided hope with the idea of orbital colonization. You might be thinking, how could we possibly sustain life and prosper while floating among the cosmos? Yet it's highly logical. Instead of being a month away from Earth on Mars or a couple of days away on the Moon, orbital colonization would mean that we would be merely hours away from Earth. Not only do we receive the perfect amount of solar light as we would on Earth, there is an unlimited amount of solar light, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, as there is no night in orbit. With this constant availability of solar light, we can convert this into solar energy. We can negate completely relying on petrol-powered machinery. Another benefit to orbital colonization is the proximity of Earth. If we were to begin building on the Moon or even Mars, we would drain our gasoline reserves with the lengthy trips to an uninhabitable planet or moon. We would complete the project sooner than the other options, while saving ourselves billions of dollars in the process. Construction in space could also open up a whole department of jobs aimed at construction of an orbital colony. We can't just build an orbital colony anywhere in orbit though. It should be strategically placed for maximum success. It would be ideal to build an orbital colony near an NEO, or a near-Earth object, to extract certain materials such as oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, various materials, and slight traces of nitrogen. It's not enough to avoid getting shipments from Earth. But fortunately, these advantages highly outweigh the disadvantages. One of the key advantages being that we would obtain new land without taking it from someone else. This would provide the ability for humans to expand without having to fight and destroy the environment. This would also be the start to further space exploration. These colonies would help us build colonies further out in space and give us the abilities to study planets and moons in more depth. Many astronauts have returned from space praising the breathtaking views they witnessed. Some of the colonies could possibly have the most spectacular views ever witnessed by the human race. It's inevitable that the Earth will one day become uninhabitable, but we can only hope that we gain the knowledge and ability to colonize our side of the Earth before we reach impending doom.